It's Wednesday, the 1st of February 2023. Welcome to the Fast Five by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Michael.
Sean, 5 big stories in 5 minutes. Let's jump straight into it. Story number 1, retail sales tumbled in December with department stores hit hard. But the local equity market liked the news because it suggests that the economy slowed significantly late last year, and that could actually stave off another rate rise next week.
That's right. Now, retail trade's really important. As a rule, consumption comprises about 2/3 of economic growth, and retail sales can make up to a half of that consumption. So yesterday's numbers really matters. Turnover fell 3.9% in December. That's the first time sales went backwards in any month last year. Now, remember, these numbers are adjusted for Christmas. Sales are still strong. They're up 7.5% throughout the year, but the cost of living pressures are clearly starting to bite. Now, part of the reason for the slump may be a bring forward of shopping in November to take advantage of Black Friday sales. Department stores are feeling the pain most. So too are clothing, footwear and personal accessory retailers. Food retailing was about the only industry to record a rise in December. It was pretty broad-based across the country. Biggest falls came in Victoria and Western Australia. What's all this mean for interest rates? Well, the consensus view is that the Reserve Bank will still lift rates when the board meets next week, but most economists agree that the retail sales are a decent argument to pause any increase if the Reserve Bank needs one. We'll find out in a week's time.
We certainly will. On to story number 2, Sean, and the price of coal has fallen 25% in just 2 sessions. What is going on?
Yes, it's quite incredible. So since the weekend, coal is down that much, 25%. It's at its lowest level since April 2022. Coal is all important to Australia because it's our second largest export behind iron ore, of course. Now, China is back importing coal from Australia, which means price pressures on coal from other parts of the world have lessened, hence prices are coming off. Also, Europe and the US, middle of winter, but it's quite warm over there, and demand for winter heating is down. So demand for coal is down. Anyway, in just a couple of sessions, coal prices have absolutely fallen off a cliff. Quite incredible.
All right, story number 3, travel group Flight Centre will pay $220 million for a UK-based agency as part of its push into luxury tourism. I like the sound of that.
Yes. Now, Flight Centre wants to get into luxury tourism. Basically, it wants to set up a global luxury set of brands. It's chasing time-poor, wealthy people who are happy for a travel agent to do the work. Wouldn't that be nice? This deal to buy UK agency Scott Dunn is part of it. Now, Scott Dunn itself says it offers malaria-free safaris, foodie holidays in Vietnam, and luxury LGBTQ holidays. Flight Centre's boss Graham Turner says the decision will help Flight Centre grow its presence in the US and British luxury markets. Also yesterday, Flight Centre came out and just told us how much revenue had jumped since the shutdowns. Corporate business transactions in the final 6 months of last year more than doubled to $5 billion. The value of leisure travel went from $800 million to $4.4 billion. Quite incredible. Mind you, those numbers are still below pre-COVID levels.
Sean, story number 4. I know we're only just into February now, but I reckon we've got an early contender for the strangest business story of the year. Rio Tinto has lost a highly radioactive capsule somewhere along a 1,400-kilometre highway through the WA desert.
Yes, the mining giant and Western Australia's government are attempting to find the widget, which is just a few millimetres in length, about 8 millimetres in length. It contains a small amount of radioactive isotope cesium-137. Now, while the risk to the general community is low, exposure to the substance could cause radiation burns or sickness. Now, the head of iron ore at Rio Tinto said the company was taking the incident seriously, according to Bloomberg. He apologised for the alarm. The widget was a component in a gauge used to measure the density of iron ore. Rio said the radioactive capsule was collected from the mine on January 12 by a transport contractor. It was due to arrive at a radiation storage facility in Perth on January 16, but it was discovered to be missing when the container was opened for inspection on January 25. A needle in a WA stack. Michael?
Oh, well done. Sean, story number 5. We talked yesterday about Australia cracking down on social media influencers who weren't disclosing payments, all that kind of thing. It seems Australia's not the only one that's cracking down. Slightly different though, a food blogger in China has been fined about $18,500 after she posted a video showing her illegally buying and eating a great white shark.
Yes, the woman broke China's wildlife protection laws when she purchased the animal in April last year and then ate it. According to officials, the woman, who goes by the name of Tizzy, T-I-Z-I, posted a video showing her picking up the 2-metre shark from a shop, posing with it, lying down next to it, and cooking and eating it. The clip went viral and many in China complained about cruelty to animals, and Tizzy has ended up with a big fine.
All right, there we go. The top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Wednesday, the 1st of February, 2023. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. And if 5 minutes isn't enough, you can find our longer daily show called Fear and Greed, wherever you listen to podcasts. Also today, there's a new episode out of How Do They Afford That, which is our sister podcast, basically making your money work a little bit harder for you. Today's episode all about Frugal February, some tips on how to reduce your spending for the next 28 days. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.